Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Abby. I just want to say Happy New Year. It is January 12th or 13th. I think it's the 13th, and this is my first video of 2024. In this video, I want to discuss how to develop a self-care routine. Self-care is very beneficial, and I used to ignore self-care. I had no self-care routine, and I came up with a self-care routine for beginners. If you don't know where to start, I am here to help you. So the first thing, if you want to start self-care, I would say develop a skincare routine, which a skincare routine can be very simple. If you're a beginner, wash your face in the morning and at night. Always wash your face in the morning and at night. Don't skip. You have to be consistent with your skincare routine. You could also use toner. So if you wash your face in the morning and at night, I can show you the products I use, but make sure you use a cleanser, like a facial cleanser. And then once when you're done washing your face, I use toner, which you can use toner. Toner is very moisturizing. Then I use moisturizer. And then in the morning, I'll use sunscreen. At night, I use like a skin renewing cream. But yeah, first thing you want to do is definitely start a skincare routine, especially if you have acne. Acne really hates consistency, so if you wash your face in the morning and at night and you're consistent with it, it could possibly clear your acne. I think that is the main thing that helped clear my acne. If we were talking about facial cleanser, I use this in the morning. I love this facial cleanser. I feel like it's very hydrating. I was watching Hailey Bieber's video and she reviewed this, and I ended up buying it right away. This is a really good cleanser. I think I ran out of this, and I ended up switching to this. Like, I started using this recently, and I love this. Like, I love the formula. It's like, it's more like a gel. After that, this is my favorite moisturizer. This is pricier. This is $20, but it's definitely worth the price. And I have very dry skin. If you are looking for a more affordable moisturizer, Pond's is very good. I've been using this forever, like ever since I was a teenager. Definitely recommend this. Now this is the toner I use. I use this in the morning and at night. I love this toner. I also heard really good reviews about Paula's Choice. They do have a sample size. If you're unsure, I believe the sample size, it might be 11. It could be more. When I bought it, it was $11. I currently don't know where the bottle is. I think it's like in my to-go bag, and I don't feel like looking for it. But I will insert a picture so you guys know what I'm talking about. So we were talking about toner. So if I were to wash my face, I would start with cleanser, then toner, then I use moisturizer, and then I have an acne cream that I'm not going to show, but I use that. And then this is really good. This is like $9, The Ordinary. I use this in the mornings. It says to use it in the morning at night, but I just use it in the morning. And then this is like the skin renewing cream I use. And then this is also a really good cleanser. Looks like this, but I recommend this. This also is very good at taking off makeup, so I will use this if I'm ever wearing makeup. Step number 2, when you want to start a self-care routine, I would suggest to journal. So I started my self-care routine in 2022, and I had a therapist, and she wanted me to journal, and I would try to journal, but I did not know where to start. Like, I did not want to write my feelings down. I'm just like, why should I even write my feelings down? So she ended up telling me to journal 3 times a week. So I would have class like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that. And she would have me journal right after class. So if you're more of a routine person, you could journal. I would start 3 times a week and journal in the morning if you prefer, or journal at night. And then set a timer. And whenever that timer goes off, journal for a little bit. You don't have to journal a lot, just write a little things down. If you have an iPhone, they have the new feature. It's called Journal, which I think it's good. They definitely have like an option where you can set a time where you'll get a notification and be like, oh, it's time to journal. But if you're old-fashioned, definitely get a journal. This journal is from Five Below. It was $5. I love the size of this journal. it's 7 by 10. I can't find this size anywhere, and every time I try to order it on Five Below, I get refunded. But yeah, I finished this. I journaled so much, like so much. But this journal is real. I did affirmations in the beginning. I got this journal. Oh my God, I got this journal like a year ago. I got this January 14th, 2023. And I finished it 10th of 2023. And this is my new journal. I got this from TJ Maxx. Definitely recommend journaling. It is a great way to let go of your feelings, and I don't recommend holding your feelings in. That is the worst thing you could do for yourself. Step 3 to starting your self-care routine is to practice mindfulness. So you could practice meditating, practice yoga. Those are good things to kind of like have you take a step back. If you're constantly overthinking, definitely consider meditation. For me, my brain it won't stop running, and especially when I'm trying to fall asleep, like I could be so tired, and like when I'm laying down in my bed trying to fall asleep, I just can't stop thinking. So one of the things that helps me now is I've been sleeping with like background noises, which I never used to before. I prefer to sleep with like rain sounds. So I've been doing that, and the rain sounds, it's so calming, where it's just like, okay, I don't have time to think. And then I end up falling asleep with the music on, and like I woke up this morning and the rain sounds was still playing. That's one thing to help me, because like I said, I overthink, and I don't mean to. It's just I have a kind of a stressful job where it's just like it kind of comes home with me, and especially when I'm ready to like fall asleep, that's when my brain's just like work. And I love doing yoga. You could also go on walks. Like nature walks are very helpful. You could do guided meditations, you could do shower meditations. So the next thing I have is to work out. I know workout can kind of feel like a chore. Like I said, I'm not that consistent with working out either. I just need to find the time to work out. If I do work out, I would prefer to do yoga, like I mentioned. I also really love to dance, so I like doing dance workouts. There's a lot on YouTube, which they're a lot of fun. Preferably, I do like hip hop dance. I'm not a good dancer either, but it's a lot of fun. And I feel like me, like watching these dance videos also boosts my confidence. So when I'm in the club, I feel like, okay, I do this in my room in front of the mirrors, I could do this in front of a crowd. It's definitely recommend, if you were to work out, to find something you enjoy, whether it's swimming, dancing, doing cardio, doing legs, lifting weights, whatever you do, find joy and do whatever you enjoy to want to work out. So step 5 for a self-care routine I have is to be around friends that support you, to have a good support system. When I was starting my self-care journey, I started in 2022, and the main reason I wanted to start this is because I felt like I had no friends. I decided to start therapy. That was the first thing I ever did for my self-care routine is when I did therapy. And then my therapist helped me step out of my comfort zone. And then I remember last year I met this girl online, and we all have January birthdays, and I wanted to do something for my birthday, but at the time, I didn't really have that much friends. Like I didn't have a big group of friends, and she invited me to, tag along with her and her friends. And I was just like, okay, well, I really want to go. I don't want to stay home. So I remember it was the weekend before my birthday. I ended up Ubering by myself to her friend's apartment. I remember there were so many girls there. I never seen that many girls, and I remember feeling like very overwhelmed, because like I'm more introverted than I am extroverted, and I don't prefer crowds. Like I can be in crowds, but it's just like something I'd rather not do. And I was starting to feel a little overwhelmed, but I'm just like, okay, well, you're already here. And I ended up just talking to people that I felt more comfortable with, and looking back, I am really good friends with a couple of the girls from that group, and I just consider these girls like one of my closest friends. So where I'm going with this whole story is if you want to start your self-care routine, to also step out of your comfort zone. Like how I mentioned, I stepped out of my comfort zone and it led to me meeting a great group of friends that, you know, you want to have in your life. Okay. So step 6 for starting a self-care routine is to do daily affirmations. When I first started my self-care routine, I did not do affirmations. I started doing affirmations this year, and I like to do affirmations after I get out of the shower and when I'm putting lotion on. Like, I like to put lotion on my body, and I like to say, like, I'm beautiful inside and out. I don't chase, I attract. I am finding my passion and purpose every day. What's meant for me will simply find me. Those are just some of the affirmations that I say, but there's so much more. So that's one thing that I like doing, and I started doing this in the fall, and I feel like overall I'm more confident than like I ever been. So step 7 is to put yourself out there. When I feel like you put yourself out there and you step out of your comfort zone, you realize that you're okay being alone, and you kind of praise yourself because you're just like, okay, I did this. This is something I'm scared of, and I did this. For an example, when I mentioned how I met this group of girls, I could have stayed home. I could have been like, nah, but like, I would have missed out on so much. I would have missed out on meeting people. I would have missed out of, you know, I would have stayed home on my birthday weekend, and that's not fun. And when you put yourself out there, I feel like you'll gain confidence, like you'll feel good about yourself. So the next step is to seek therapy if you need to. Like I said, therapy was the first thing I did when I started my self-care routine. Back when I wanted to start it, I hated myself. That's the main thing I needed to do. I hated myself. I hated where I was at. I hated everyone I was surrounded with. I started to be bitter. I was so negative all the time. I'm just like, okay, something needs to change. Like, this needs to change. So then I found a therapist, and for the better, like, my life changed. So it's gonna be 2 years. It'll be 2 years this year. That's crazy. Another step is to make yourself a priority. Make yourself number one. Put yourself on that pedestal. When you want to develop a self-care routine, you want to realize that whatever you value is okay. If you want to do something, do it. Definitely make yourself a priority. Okay, so step 10, this is going to be the last step, is to get your nails done or paint your nails. I would say not really get your nails done. If you want to get your nails done, by all means get your nails done, but I love to paint my nails. I feel like when you want to develop a self-care routine, just being put together makes you feel more confident, makes you feel happy. I love painting my nails. I also love doing makeup. Get your hair cut, get highlights, get your lashes done, whatever makes you feel better, do it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully this advice helps you with your self-care journey. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Until next time.